back at it again with the shitty camera and the very, very fluffy hair. Well, would you look at that? I kept a video promise for once in my life. Yay me. Okay, so anyways, hello everyone. So I haven't really thought of a title, to be honest with you, but I'm going to assume that it's a little bit worrying. The title, it might be a little bit concerning, but like I promise everything is okay. These are just like things that I'm just thinking about. Like I don't want to say they're philosophies because I don't. They're not. They're really not. Well, some of them might be. Just a lot of things are going on in my head right now, and everything that I wanted to talk about. It's not all gonna be in this video. This is just one topic that has been on my mind, I guess. Just because I was writing it out, and then I texted what I was thinking to one of my friends, and yeah, it's just a lot. It's just a lot. So I decided, okay, so I'm just going to split it up into a couple videos and to try to make it not so, I guess, difficult to understand, I guess. Just because, it's difficult to put everything that's going on in my head into words, so I kind of have to just break it up into little chunks and then just, do it that way. So yeah, so chances are this is most likely going to turn into a series of a couple videos, I guess. I don't know. It depends how this one turns out, to be honest with you, because, like, I'm nervous to make this video for some reason. I think it's just the overall topic, is death, and, like, that's not something that most people like to talk about, but that's just something that I find kind of weird. Because it's going to happen to all of us, Like, I'm going to die one day, and I'm going to probably bloat, and, like, all that sweet death things is going to happen, and that's going to happen to you, that's going to happen to your parents, unfortunately, that's going to happen to pets, if you have pets, and I just find it weird that we're so uncomfortable with it. And also, I just like to point out that my prop skeleton is in the corner just looking at me. I'm gonna show you guys real quick. You guys are gonna see what I'm seeing. So that's Roxanne if y'all haven't met her. Oh gosh. So I'm just sitting over here and she's looking at me. So if you see my eyes just, being like this, that just means I'm looking at her. I'm looking deep into her eye sockets right now, and I don't know how to feel about it. But you know what? I'm talking about death, so it kind of works. So anyways, I think that one of the reasons why we are kind of uncomfortable about talking with death is because of what physically happens to our bodies after death. And like in the funeral industry, I'm gonna go a little bit into that just because like I've researched it a lot. Like if acting doesn't work out for me, then being a mortician, that is actually my backup career. So that's why I know quite a bit about it. So like this is gonna be a little bit like mortician mixed with our insecurities of death, in a physical sense, like what our body does after we die. I just punched my camera. I'm so sorry. I did not mean to punch you. Everything is okay. When people do die, like the first couple of hours, I'm pretty sure like nothing all that bad is going to happen. Like maybe if you died and you were just taking in a breath, or you were just releasing a little bit of breath and then you just died. So then I'm pretty sure within those couple of hours, your body, since it's just dead, there's nothing holding you back from like tensing up, and like that's why your lungs, they're constantly working. So when you die and maybe you were just releasing a little bit of breath, there might still be a little bit of breath in your lungs. So when your body is relaxing, the lungs will squeeze out that little bit of breath, and you might just do a little when you're dead. And maybe like a day after you died, if maybe even if you haven't been found and like you died in a room alone, it might take you a little while to be found, you know what I'm saying? So your body will be in different stages of decay depending on how early your body has been found. So if you like died in a hospital, they'll take you in right away, and they'll put you in a morgue. You know, it's cold in there, you won't decay as fast. But if you're in a room, you'll decay much faster, especially it depends on the environment you're in. So if you're in a warm environment that's kind of like moist, I said moist. How many of you guys are mad at me? So if you're hot, moist, then you'll decay faster. Hot and dry, you might mummify. Depends how hot and dry. If you haven't been found in like 3 days, you will definitely be bloated. And that's something that we talk about a lot. We don't see bloat as attractive, and I'm like, rightfully so. It's not that cute. So it's just the fear of like being seen in such like an awful way, you know, like you're dead, you're bloated, you might be like there might be like shit all over the place because gas, it builds up inside of you and it pushes out everything that is inside of you. So like urine and little poop, it comes out, and then I'm just like, oh, okay. And the reason why we bloat is because inside of our body there's a little microorganisms that they just regulate almost everything, kind of, to be honest with you. And when we die, there's nothing really there to regulate how much bacteria and organisms is reproducing in there. And so they're just like, hey, I can do whatever the heck I want. So they just like keep on reproducing, and they keep on eating away at what's inside of you. And you know, like those little organisms, they're living and they toot. And then that's what the gas is, you know? And then they're just like, ah, yeah, perfect. And then the gas, it just keeps on building up and building up and building up. That's why you bloat, and that's why it pushes out everything that is inside of you. It's because there's just like so much gas, and like there's nowhere else for it to go. And people just don't like the idea of what happens when you do die. And like, I don't really understand. Like that's just nature, my dude. That's just how it be. It be like that sometimes. It'll be like that all the time, actually. So like, it's not your fault that you're bloating, you know? Like, you're dead. You don't have control over that. That's just what our insides are doing, and all the bacteria that's living inside of us, and all the organisms, all the organisms that are just around us in the air and like on the ground. It's just something that I don't really understand why people are just afraid of being seen like that. I know, like, this is weird because like I've researched all of this and I'm comfortable with the idea, so like I'm just kind of like, so I'm not really sure how to relate that to people that are scared of being seen like that, you know? Like, the only thing that I can say is that it's natural and like you don't have control of it. Like, you know, as I said, you're dead. Like, that's just all the things that's going on around your body that's making you bloat, you know? And like, and you still decay even after you're embalmed. Like, yeah, embalming, it stops the process of decay, but it's not permanent, you know? It slows it down, really. And like, it's really intense, and like I don't know if I should talk about it in this video. The modern process of preparing a body for a funeral, it's really, really invasive, and I don't think I should talk about it in this video because I can make a whole other video about it. So if you guys want to learn about what happens when you're getting like a modern funeral preparation to your body kind of deal, like, honestly, like, just comment it. If one person says that they want it, then I'll make it. You guys know how I am. Skin discoloration happens, like jaundice. That is something that I think happens in like every single case, really, because jaundice occurs when there's liver failure. So when you die, everything stops working. Like, there's theories that your brain is active for a couple minutes after, but I don't think it's been proven yet. So, you know, liver done. So jaundice sets in, and that turns your skin a yellow kind of color, and like yellow and your skin tone kind of looks a little bit like an old bruise, and like those aren't cute. Those really are not cute. But that's what happens. That's what jaundice is. And like, it's just that visual image that people do not like of a person that is dead that hasn't been treated for any funeral preparations. Like, people just don't want to be seen in that kind of state. And I don't want to say that's something that people have to get over. Well, I mean, yeah, okay, I kind of mean that just a little bit, but I know that it's not that easy, So it's just something that I feel like an individual has to deal with by themselves. I have to figure out, how can I make myself comfortable with this, or as comfortable as I can be with this, because it's going to happen eventually. That just reminded me of a Tumblr post that I saw. Try to find your heartbeat. And when you find your heartbeat, they're just like, hey, that's your soul slowly chipping away from inside your body. And so far, every single soul has been able to get out, and I don't know, babe, that makes me laugh so much. It's so funny, and it's so true. And I'm gonna have to start wrapping up this video soon, because, like, I'm on a time limit, y'all. So, like, just decay in general just scares people, because that's just your body breaking down, and, like, this is the only body that you've lived with your whole life, and just the thought of it breaking down, it's just disturbing to some people. It's a little bit disturbing to me, and just like, this body's gonna liquefy if my body don't get found soon. So I'm not really sure just how to really comfort people in that, other than just remind yourself that it's a natural thing, and that it happens to every single thing. Like, plants, they decay, they liquefy sometimes, they mummify sometimes. And, it's just something that's out of our control. And we just have to find a way to get as comfortable with it as we can, Because we can't fix it. We really can't. People think they can, and I'm just like, you thought, hunty, you thought. And of course, like, I know there are many, 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 many other factors as to why people are scared of death. I know it's not just this. And if this video does pretty okay, then I'll sort of share my thoughts on those things too. But we'll see how you guys react to this video, because I personally find it interesting, because I've been thinking about this for freaking months, yo. Like, too long it's been on my mind. So I just have to talk about it with someone, even though I'm just talking to a camera. But I mean, I'm gonna upload it onto YouTube, so like, yeah, someone's gonna see it. So, I really have to end this video right now, actually. Oh my god. So, I have a feeling this video was really messy, and honestly, I do not care, because I talked about it, and hopefully it'll clear up my mind a little bit. So, oh well. I'll see you guys in the next video, I guess. When will that be? Again, depends how well this video does. Maybe next week, maybe in a couple weeks. Not sure. But I will see you guys eventually. That sounded real creepy. You guys know what I mean. Alright, see you guys later. Bye.